We go to Springfield, Missouri now, where Jeannie is on the line. Jeannie, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. How can I help?
Well, I recently discovered that I feel like I was created to be a marriage counselor specializing in second marriages and blended families.
That's fantastic.
Thank you. Well, years ago, I had went to school, and I have an associate's in psychology, but I kind of abandoned, the ship, basically, because I discovered that you had to have either bachelor's or master's to begin internship. And at the time, I could have afforded to do internship, but I couldn't get anybody to intern me. So I went into trucking, and I'm actually a truck driver now, and I'm on the road a lot, and I actually have accumulated a lot of debt. I still have a lot of debt from my associate's degree. So I'm kind of not in the position where I really want to accumulate more debt by going back to school, and I don't really have the time to dedicate to volunteering or interning either. So my question to you is if there is a better way, if there's things I can be doing now to start pursuing my dream.
Well, there is a better way, but it starts with better thinking. And you have boxed yourself up. You're just saying, Ken, I'm kind of stuck. That's essentially what you're telling me. And you're not stuck.
Yeah, kind of how I feel.
Well, but that's because you're trying to think, how do I do it all at once? One fluid motion, right? And life rarely happens that way, certainly when you're coming at it a little bit later. So let's talk about real things you need to do here, okay? So the first thing is you got to get out of debt. How much money are you? How much in debt are you?
Personal debt is $60,000, and then my mortgage is $116,000. We were doing great. But we're in a trucking recession right now, and our income has been slashed by about $5,000 a month. Okay.
Well, we'll get to that in a second. But we need to pay off the debt, and then that's going to free you up to do a lot of things. But I would tell you that I believe that you can tighten the budget, you can do whatever it takes, and you can take a class or two online, cash flow it as you go. You're not going to be able to do it all at once because you're paying off debt, you're in a truck, you're going, Ken, how do I do that? Well, we live in a world where even in the truck cab, you could be pretty well connected and you can be listening to your classes, even though they may be online. You don't have to watch the professor. You can listen. I would challenge you to say, what could you do one course at a time to begin to make some progress while we're paying off the debt? And so that you're continually making progress. That'll keep your head and heart in the game. So you can make progress while paying off debt. You absolutely can. Now, you're going to have to get to a point where you pay off the debt or you make some wholesale lifestyle changes that once you get the educational qualification done, the bachelor's, then the interning and things like that, that's a part of the plan too. And you're going to have to change your lifestyle, change your jobs, whatever you got to do to where you can do some of that. But it is possible, but it's going to require you looking at multiple ways it could happen, being open-minded as you continue to look and go, okay, that won't work, but let me find another way that will work. And you can find a way. You can find the time. You can find the money. But you have to decide that one way or another, I'm going to get there. It might take me 5 years. It might take me 7 years. It might take me 9 years. But do I want to do this work? And if I really want to do it, I'll find a way. Now, Jeannie, you can find a way. And you need to find a way. Meaning, even taking this cut. Okay, where do you take your truck driving experience and go drive for UPS or Coca-Cola? Or these are companies that have wonderful benefits. I'm just telling you, there's a way. You know, if you are you in a relationship? You're married?
Yes, yeah, we drive together.
Great. Is your husband all in on what you want to do with your life?
Yeah, he's actually sitting here supporting me right now.
Fantastic. What a great dude.
Yeah, he's just as excited about.
Great.
I'm very passionate about wanting to help families like us. We're a blended family also, and we just want to help others in that way. So
again, Jeannie, you can do this. You can take classes online or to communicate. And I know you're in the truck, but there's a way for you to do this. And you use that time in the truck to your advantage, not as a disadvantage. And so I don't actually need to walk you through the super specific steps next for you. But you two have got to sit down and go, okay, we've taken a pay cut. So how will we now then pay off the debt given our current situation. How long will it take? Is that too long? So one of us need to go get a job with better pay? What do we need to do? Sit down and look at each other and go, hey, we're all in on each other, our blended family, and this dream. How can we do it? What are the ways we can do it? And don't get hung up on the 2-year plan or the 3-year plan, folks. I did it in 7 years, and then just to get in the door, and then it was another 2.5 years to step completely into the dream job. It's going to take some time. Anything that's worth it is going to take time. So don't limit yourself via the calendar, because if you do that, you'll limit yourself with your ingenuity and your effort. That's what happens. You start looking at the calendar and you can't figure out a way to make it happen in the ideal time frame, and then your brain goes wah, 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 and it shuts down on you. You don't get creative. I interviewed a business specialist, an expert, an innovation expert once for Entree Leadership, which is a great podcast that I used to host. Handed it over to Alex Judd a couple months ago. It's one of our Ramsey Solutions podcasts. It's great for business leaders, entrepreneurs. You know what this innovation expert told me? Without question, innovation flourishes where there are a lack of resources. Now, just let that sit for a second, because that affects you all that are listening in right now going, I just can't see a path forward. It's because you are limiting yourself to a nice, neat, easy plan. Well, Ken, I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of money. Guess it can't happen. Wait a second. One of the world's leading innovation experts says the greatest innovation happens when there are no resources. That's when we truly get innovative. So some of you are going, I don't have any resources, I'm stuck. And I'm telling you, you don't have any resources. Yay, good luck. You're ready. You're ready to truly dig deep and come up with a way. Find a way. Ken, I don't think there's a way. Yeah, there is. There's a way. It may not be the way you dreamed of. It may not be the straight way. It might be curvy, up some mountains, in some valleys. But there's a way. There's always a way. Do you have the will to make a way? Whew. That's a big question. Wrestle on that.